Hi, this is Melissa Roberts from FemaleAthleteExperience.com. And what I wanted to come to you today to talk about was 3 big mistakes that a lot of female athletes are making. And I want to try and describe those mistakes so hopefully you know what they are, you know what you're doing if you're doing one of these things wrong, and you can correct it. Okay? So the first mistake is not strength training, or not strength training enough. So many females always get this, or so many females get this thought that if I strength train, I'll get these big and bulky muscles, and I won't look pretty. That's not the case. Females, we just don't have the levels of testosterone to get these big bulky muscles that a lot of you may be visualizing or thinking about when you're thinking about strength training. Strength training is awesome just if you were trying to get faster. It'll allow you to get more force, so it'll make you faster. It helps to prepare your body with all the rigors that you go through when you're doing your sports or working out consistently. The body takes a beating. So strength training basically is just going to make you stronger, make your body more resilient so that you don't have to experience a bunch of injuries that you may be going through. So if nothing else, from an injury prevention standpoint, strength training is definitely the thing that you want to do. So you should make sure that you're strength training a good 3 times a week, especially if you're off season, but then make sure you're still doing it 1 to 2 times a week in season if you're in maintenance. The second big mistake is not eating enough. Now, as female athletes, we practice consistently. We have lots of games, and depending on your schedule, if you're on a school team, if you're on a club team, or if you're on both, the body is just going to need a lot of energy to just be able to withstand the actual activity that you're doing because you're doing so much. So many females a lot of times are thinking about losing weight, and they'll go and have long practices, and afterwards they'll just eat a salad, and the salad won't even have all the things that it should have in it, with maybe some protein and some good vegetables, and if you want to add some fruit just to get a good rainbow of colors and have the nutrients that it should be in a salad if that was what you chose. So a lot of females just aren't replenishing their body with the needs and with the nutrients that they need to recover efficiently. If you have a nice good workout and then the gains are really made when you eat, you're recovering, you're replacing some of the things that your body let out. So eating enough is very, very important. Specifically female athletes, a lot of times you need to eat more than you necessarily are thinking, okay? And then the third mistake is too much cardio. A lot of us females, we have this idea of, we're cardio queens. To stay in shape, we need to do cardio. To keep our bodies the way we want them looking, we need to do cardio. And that's just not the case. So many females, we're getting overtrained, and we're just taking our bodies through way more than they had to. Just think of it. Most female athletes are not long cross-country runners or cross-country skiers, or are going to be doing sports that require a lot of aerobic energy system training. A lot of female athletes are on team sports where you're doing stopping, starting, whether it be lacrosse or soccer. So a lot of these sports are going to be quick bursts, a lot of stopping, a lot of starting, and the way to train that energy system so that you be most efficient and most in shape for that type of sport is not going to be by long hours of cardio. A lot of sprint intervals, 10-second burst here, recovering, 10-second burst there, recovering. And now it's different ways that you can train it, because someone who plays soccer is going to have a more aerobic component to their sport. However, miles and miles consistently each day or every other day is just not the way that you're going to need to properly prepare your body to get in shape, or even to look the way you want to look for that specific sport. So just always keep in mind, ladies, that cardio is not always the answer, or more isn't always better. You want to train the energy system, and that'll be by that'll be by the more interval training type activities versus long enduring miles and runs. So ladies, remember, just to go over it one more time, 3 mistakes is just not doing enough strength training, or not doing it at all, not eating enough to replenish the body needs when you actually are going through activities, and then doing too much cardio. So just make sure you're not falling into those 3 categories and making those 3 mistakes. And if you have been, now you're informed, now you're educated so that you can change that in the better and be a more successful athlete. So this is Melissa Roberts from FemaleAthleteExperience.com. Check us out. If you have any other questions, be sure to get in contact with us.